everybody. It's Tracy here from Beyond Obedience, and this isn't going to be my usual podcast information. In fact, I'm not even sure if I'm going to share this. I missed my podcast deadline, and I apologize for those that wait for it. But I very tragically had to say goodbye to my beloved, the kindest, sweetest dog, Echo. And Echo was my shadow. Everywhere I went, Echo was there. In fact, sitting in this room doing this podcast right now is very hard for me because even though this is my son's room and he didn't want dogs in here, Echo would come in with me every time I recorded my podcast. And she's not here. And I am not okay, to say the least. And I'm a little angry as well. And this isn't a vet bashing thing. This is more a statement on the current situation of veterinary care, because I tried to book Echo in to get seen 6 weeks ago because I felt like there was something off. She felt off, and I couldn't get her in sooner because it wasn't an emergency, right? Just everything else was, she was eating and drinking. The only thing is that she had pretty stinky breath, but that wasn't necessarily unusual because she would have been 12 this August. So old dog teeth and all, stinky breath wasn't necessarily overly alarming. But they couldn't get me in for 6 weeks. And so I went on, and I still took her with me everywhere, and I knew there was something off. Over the weekend, she stopped eating and drinking and just started feeling really, really yucky. So I was able then to say, this is now an emergency. She's really not feeling well. And by the time she was seen, it was too late. And I have probably played every, why didn't you just force them? Why didn't you lie? Why didn't you get her in sooner? I have played every imaginable scenario in my head. Of course, none of that is going to bring her back. And I'm very grateful to Echo. To know Echo meant that you knew Mariah. And if you have known me for a while, you knew that Mariah was I called her my Disney dog. We were meant to be together by some strange force. And you guys know that dog, right? And when Mariah passed away, Echo is literally Mariah's daughter. And her full registered name is Echo of Mariah, named because she was so much like her mom. And so Echo kind of came in and stepped into that role seamlessly. And she gave me 5 more years of knowing what it's like to have that kind of a bond and I had to say goodbye. Anyway, I don't, as I mentioned, I don't want this to be, I'm not trying to bash, but all I can say is that, 5 years ago, when I needed a vet appointment, even if it was just like, I don't know, that I'd just like you to check the dog out, I could get in a couple of days. And now, with the state of it being 6-week wait time for regular appointments, I can't help but think there's something more that we can do, especially here in Nova Scotia. Um, I think not only should every single one of us have access to, free Lyme tests, not only for us but for our dogs, right? A quick Lyme test that you can do, but also then the ability to take that Lyme test result and go get treatment. I think I know they have stuff for humans. They would never allow it for dogs, but there's got to be something. I would really like there to be something like then find an interim period where you can have the dogs come in, have a vet tech look at them, check their heart rate, give them a checkup, take a quick a blood sample if need be, and then send them on their way. If everything's like okay, they can wait the 6 weeks for the full vet checkup. I don't know, something. There's got to be something because I can't help. I can't help. I can't help but feel like if she was seen 6 weeks ago, my dog would still be here right now. Anyway, my apologies. My apologies. I didn't want people to be left wondering what happened to me. I am planning on continuing. I truly believe in the work, and Echo was a part of that work. And we're going to keep on talking about building bonds with special dogs and helping fearful dogs and building incredible relationships. We're going to keep on going. And in memory of incredible dogs like Mariah, like Echo, like Gandalf, who I lost just before Christmas. There's great dogs. And we do it for them. And we do that so that I can share with everyone else how to do and how to create. We'll keep going. My apologies for this not being the most uplifting podcast I've ever done. But I thank you for your ear. I know that I know that you are like me and you've loved dogs your whole life and you've lost dogs, and it never, ever gets easier. So for me right now, I want you to just give your dog an extra big hug. Say it's from Tracy. and I will talk to you guys next week. Remember, get out there and be the person that your dog thinks you are, because your dog thinks you're amazing. And so do I. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Cheers.